Army. Today marks the completion of our soldiers demanding coursework. This is their day to take their place among the fully trained and ready Army. Soldiers, today you join the ranks of the United States Army Field Artillery, a proud warrior class whose history began with a few simple cannons, and it has evolved into a complex system of short and long-range missiles and howitzer systems with increasing capabilities. In a time of turmoil and challenge, you have rose above many others, stepped forward, and took an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Each of you have undergone rigorous training, tireless efforts, and of course, sleepless nights. You will now take your place among the most lethal army in the world, with a proud heritage and a devotion to the free. Our graduating soldiers now follow in the footsteps of many proud service members. The soldiers before you, once civilians, have been transformed into eager young soldiers, ready to learn, grow, and soon enough, ready to lead the future of the field artillery. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to have with us a very special guest speaker for today's graduation. Please give a warm and humble welcome to Mr. Gillum.
Good afternoon, Colonel Morgan, Major Bailey, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family of the graduating classes. Welcome and thank you for attending today's graduation for the Army's newest artillerists. These soldiers sitting in front of you are a representation of the noble populace of our society, as only 2% of the nation's populations volunteer to serve this great nation in the military. First and foremost, I would like to commend the graduating classes for volunteering to serve their country. They are now a small part of the segment of the Guard's National Wall of Defense. And as arrogant as this may sound, this makes them better than the average young person. Not better in a snide way, but better in doing something versus hanging out in a coffee shop, talking and criticizing about the happenings of America and around the world. Anyone can talk about what should be done in a given moment, but most won't do anything about it. For my money, there are two kinds of people that walk on the earth, people of action and all others. Before you are men and women of action. I'm not talking about random, haphazard sort of action. I'm talking about the deliberate and, when required, intensity-focused action. To have been sitting in the safety of your home, watching and hearing about the last several decades of war, for most of your young lives, and then decide to give up that safety and join the Army tells a lot about the person's character. To stick it out daily when so many in our society look for a reason to quit, that says a great deal for the person's heart and the support they receive from their family. And the ability to see bigger picture states volumes about one's dedication. Anyone can start, but not everyone has the heart and intestinal fortitude to finish. Not one artillery soldier you see in the room wants to go in harm's way and risk it all, but their moral clarity will not allow them to sit back and let someone else provide a blanket of freedom that we here today cherish and so many others take for granted. You soldiers are the newest members of a unique brotherhood known as the Field Artillery Red Leg. Today, you soldiers join the same prestigious fraternity as the men that stormed the beaches of Normandy, pounded the enemy relentlessly in Vietnam, and currently subdued our enemies in the exit in Afghanistan. My speech today is to give you a little insight to what you can expect from your first duty assignment in the Army. What lies ahead for some of you will be a tremendously challenging and for many a defining chapter in your lives. It will also be the most rewarding experience that you will ever come to know. Life as an artillerist is not easy, and the collective goal for those charged with your training is that you understand that fact. All of your cadre, like those scattered throughout the audience today, have been in the battlefield, and that fact cannot be understated. They have put into action what they have taught. They have moved through IEDs, seen the enemy up close, know this endeavor is deadly serious. Your instructor has fought in Iraq and has driven down the main streets of Fallujah and al-Ramadi, conducted raids on foot, patrols from house to house, secured convoy ops, and down the main supply routes, and yes, they've even fired on our enemy with artillery live fire. In closing, let me leave you with a couple thoughts to ponder and remember always. First and almost, in the famous words of Lieutenant Colonel Randolph White Jr., this is the life that you chose. Let me say it again, this is the life you chose. It is not